Alright guys, so before lunch we were talking about the early causes of the American Revolution. We talked about the Mayflower Compact, Jamestown settlement, discussed how colonists started to move into the 13 colonies, what would become the 13 colonies, and then the differences between them. So now you guys are going to have your group assignment, okay? You're going to split you up into 4 groups. Each of you are going to have a task. Once you present the information on a piece of anchor chart paper, we'll hang them on the walls, and then you go around and you'll do what's called a gallery walk, where you look at each other's work, okay? So the first group, what you guys are gonna do is y'all are gonna look at the language of the Mayflower Compact, okay? And then you're gonna make a poster showing what the main idea of it is, and what do you think a society that was living under that kind of compact would look like. So you're gonna sketch that out, bubble out your ideas, okay? All right. Next group, you guys are going to look at the statistics of the Jamestown settlement from early in its settlement to a little bit later on. You're going to make 2 separate bar graphs where you compare and contrast the survival rate, the size of the settlement, the relationship with the natives, and the male to female ratio. The third group back here, you guys are going to compare and contrast the language in the Molasses Act and the Sugar Act. Okay, so you make a Venn diagram. On one side you see the language from one, the other side from the other, and then the similar language and attitude. You're looking at the tone that is sent. Okay, what is the tone of the writer? What is the tone of Parliament? And then finally, you guys up here, what y'all are going to do is do a picture analysis of the painting of the death of General Wolfe. Okay, so that battle happens at the end of the French and Indian War, and so you guys are going to look at the 4 key characters, okay, the frontiersman, the Native American, your common soldier, and the general himself. All right, so one person from each group, go ahead, go to the back, grab a piece of anchor chart paper. You got colored pencils and crayons up here. I'll roam around between the different groups so that we can see how it's going, okay? So, also, for each group, if you look in Canvas and you go to announcements, that's where all the links are to the directions and to the sources. So the language of the Sugar and Molasses Acts are there, so you can click on those 2 links. All the information about Jamestown's there. You guys already have a paper copy of the Mayflower Compact, and there's a link to the painting in Canvas, so you guys can go ahead and open it up. So when y'all go to Canvas, yeah, you already got it. That's it. So you see the frontier, the native, your common soldiers, and the general. Compare and contrast, like, who's the closest to the general versus who's the furthest away, you know? So you're going to sketch that out too. Alright, so for y'all, what I want y'all to do is so we're going to fold, for y'all, you fold it in half. Now you've got 4 kind of quadrants, 1 for each of the characters. So you can draw them and then talk about everything that you notice about them in the painting, okay? Over here for the Mayflower, y'all can draw a picture of the boat if you want to, but talk about, like, what is that society actually going to look like? Are they going to be friendly? Are they going to work together? Is there going to be 1 person in charge or multiple people in charge? How does that work, okay? Back here, yeah, so y'all are going to draw the Venn diagram, but Molasses Act on one with the date, Sugar Act with the other, the date, and then look at the tone of voice. Because you're going to notice that the Molasses Act, Parliament is less serious, like they're way more laid back, okay? As opposed to when you get to the Sugar Act, by then Parliament's kind of fed up with the colonists and their attitude, so it's going to be way stricter, way harsher, way more like authoritarian, okay? So notice all those keywords. And then back here, for the bar graph, we got a Jamestown colony, and what's it like early in the settlement? What's it like later on? Okay, was life good? Was life really terrible? How was that really going? Okay?
He started.